It's your girl, Emily. Welcome back to my Dairy Girl Fitness YouTube channel. Today, I am going to be showing you just a very quick, easy way on how to prep protein, specifically meat for the week in a very easy, quick way. And it's gonna set you up for meals and different ideas throughout the week and helping you hit your protein goal. Before we get into that, as always, I would greatly appreciate if you like this video, if you find it funny, helpful, whatever it may be. If you like this video, comment down below. And if you subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it, y'all. Helps me keep growing, helps me see what you like. Also, can we just appreciate this brightness, this lightness? I'm trying to be a real influencer. I'm trying to be a real YouTuber. So I broke out the ring light. So now we can get started. Yay. This is gonna be pretty short, simple, sweet, straight to the point. This is how I like to make just kind of a batch of protein for the week, and it allows me to customize and mix and match it with different meals. And it just honestly then saves time and headache going throughout the rest of the week. So you can do this with chicken, you can do this with pork, which is what we're gonna do. You could probably even do this with like a roast. But we are going to be doing this today with extra lean pork loins. So we're gonna turn this into shredded pork. And then one of the cool things about it is then we're just gonna be using broth, which I'm using beef broth. And then we're gonna season it with some spices, whatever you want. I'm gonna be using salt, pepper, probably garlic salt, because I love garlic salt on everything. And then once you have that done, you have shredded cooked meat ready for the week. And it's plain, so then you can customize it as you go through the week, whatever you want it to be. So we're gonna be using it for barbecue pork this week, but let's say you're using chicken, you could do like ranch chicken, you could do Mexican chicken with salsa, you could do the barbecue, you could do teriyaki, you could do buffalo sauce, right? You can see there's just so many different ways to customize it. You could do Italian dressing, there you go. So you can see there's so many different ways to customize it, and it's just, again, great option for the week. If there's one of you, multiple, if there's a family, this is a super duper easy way to food prep. So quickly, let's get into it. Back here, I have my Instant Pot. I know not everyone has a pressure cooker, not everyone has an Instant Pot, but this is something that makes it very quick and easy. So we have my meat, and then we have my beef broth, and then we would just put this in here, and then we put it on high pressure. We cook it in 15 minutes, and it's done. If you don't have, let me get scissors. If you don't have a pressure cooker, I'm assuming you probably have a crock pot, because everyone has a crock pot and they're a little bit less expensive. If you don't have a crock pot, highly recommend it. You would basically just do the same thing that we're gonna be doing now, but then you would cook it on low, I think probably for like 8 hours, maybe on high for 4 hours. I would just make sure to like look that up and Google it. And you probably maybe don't have to use as much liquid. So the reason that we have to use liquid in the Instant Pot is because it gets very hot, very high pressure, and we don't want it to burn. So what we're doing now is I have my meat, which is extra lean pork loin, and this is 2.62 pounds, just because I got my food delivered through Instacart. So that's the amount that they got me. So this is gonna last us for a few different meals throughout the week. And it's gonna be the same no matter what amount of meat that I'm using. So let me get a cup now. So we're gonna be using 2.62 pounds of extra lean pork loin. And now, since I'm using the Instant Pot and the pressure cooker, I don't want it to burn, I'm going to be using a cup of liquid, which in this case is beef broth. Because I tried to use less liquid, and I always get the burn signal, and I have to like restart it, and it's just not worth the hassle. So we have my meat in there, my liquid in there, and I literally just put the meat in there. You could probably cut it up, maybe make it a little easier to shred later, but super duper simple. Let me wash my hands because I just touched raw meat. I should have done that anyways first. Okay, my hands are washed, and now I'm gonna get up here and get some spices. I'm going to get, I like garlic salt, I like pepper, and I should have onion powder up here, but I might be out. I would probably usually do onion powder. And I don't have to do a ton of spices again, just because I'm gonna be then using barbecue sauce later throughout the week as this is shredded and good to go. So Just put some pepper in here. I don't measure anything, y'all. I don't really. If you want to, I don't know, you'll just have to play around with it or look at the actual recipe. And then I put garlic salt in here because I love garlic salt. And also, the broth you use, usually they're salted. This one is classic, so it does have more salt in it already. So you're already getting some more flavor in there. So there we go. I don't know what else you could put in here. Maybe like paprika. If you like some spice, you can do some like cayenne, chili powder. You know, spice it up, literally. So now I'm just gonna kind of get this all around this pork loin. Get it nice and coated in the liquid and the spices. And then we're literally good to go. It's simple as that. Ta-da, we're basically done. So next step then, I put the Instant Pot in the Instant Pot. Let me grab the camera. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. Okay, so we have my Instant Pot here. It is off right now, so we're gonna turn it, no, hold on. Okay, we have the lid. You can see the meat's in there. That's what it looks like. What's up? Lid on, secure. Make sure you turn this on to, what is that? You're closing this. We do not want this event where we're cooking it. We're closing this. Okay, so now that's done. We have that closed. The lid is locked. Now I'm gonna click pressure cook. And okay, I have it at 16 minutes. I would usually do this at 15 to 17 minutes. So let's go in the middle and do 16 just because that's what I've done in the past and that is what's worked. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't want it to keep warm. So now it's normal, but it's high pressure cook. We're gonna cook for 16 minutes and now it's starting and it's gonna take a few minutes to actually build up the pressure to cook it and then it'll pressure cook for 16 minutes. And then I'll show y'all when it's done. Why, yes, hello. I did have an outfit change. Don't ask. I just wanted to change into a different shirt because milk does the body good, but you know. Okay, so the pork is done. The 16 minutes of cooking is done. And basically it'll just beep and you can see. So if that little button is still up, that means there's still pressure in here and you can't take this lid off. So you can let it naturally release. What I like to do, I just like to manually flip it to venting and a bunch of steam comes up and it's a whole lot quicker. Okay. Oh. Woo! Choo-choo. So, you let this release and once that little button is down, you know the pressure's gone, you can take the lid off. And then we're just gonna take that off, let it cool down. And then I'm just gonna grab 2 forks and shred the meat. And then you're literally gonna be pretty much good to go. Okay, so this is it done, the pork. I did use a knife and those prongs to just cut it up into smaller pieces. And now I'm gonna use these 2 forks and I'm just gonna shred it. And then really it's done. You can keep the liquid if you would like. I'll probably, once you shred this, it'll absorb some of it. But I'll just mostly probably take the meat out and then put it in a container. If you like your meat crispy, a little bit crunchy, which honestly, I do. I will typically, not typically, I don't know if I'm gonna do it this time, but if it's chicken, beef, pork, whatever it may be, I would just take this, a lot less of the liquid, and then I would put it on a cooking sheet with foil, then I would put the meat on top, and then I would probably broil it on high, and since this is a decent amount of meat, since it was over 2 pounds, I would probably broil it on high for about 20 minutes, just mixing halfway through, and then it gets super crispy, and I think it just locks in the flavor a little bit more, but it does make it a little bit more dry. So kind of have to give and take, but that's a little fun fact, or not fun fact, a little trick. It's not even a trick that I use. Let me be honest and say that shredding the meat is probably the most tedious part, but I have seen a hack. I just don't have it. If you have a kitchen mixer or like a KitchenAid that has, it's electric and it has the mixers and go roo, 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 you can put your meat in there. I've seen people do it with chicken. I've never seen it done with pork. I'm sure it would work the same. Literally just throw your meat in there and I think you run it on low and it shreds the meat magically for you. So you don't have to use forks, or I ended up just using some of my hands. I took it out and I put it on a cutting board, and then I use my hands. So you can see this is the final product. Ta-da! There you go. Ta-da! So I'm gonna put that in a container, use it for the week. I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce on it, and tonight I'm making myself a barbecue pulled pork sandwich. Yum. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Pretty sweet, simple, short, to the point, but I think it could just be something helpful in allowing you to find an easy way to get some protein ready for the week and an easy addition to any meal. So if you liked my video today, if it was helpful, you enjoyed it, whatever it may have been, please like, comment, give me a subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.